Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Caroline Stevens, Seeking the Truth. We're going to be looking at Cern today, and it's not something I was aware of, but I didn't know even why Cern existed, or there's lots of questions that I really am ignorant of the answers to. So I'm hoping that Alex is going to be able to help us this afternoon. Now, Cern. Well, we're looking at, it's the European, now what is it? It says it's derived from the acronym for the French Conseil Européen pour la Recherche Nucléaire. So this is an organisation for nuclear research. It's one of the world's largest and most respected centres for scientific research. Well, obviously, that's not an unbiased view. That's what they're saying to us. They believe they are the world's largest and most respected centre. So Cern is all about... Oh, one of the questions on the internet before we came on air was, is Cern dangerous? And of course, you can expect the answer to be no. Well, I think we would disagree. And we're talking about tunnels now in Switzerland. Over to you, Alex. Remember, this video will be uploaded onto Caroline Stevens, Seeking the Truth, if you've just joined us. This is the third interview we've done today. What date is it today, Alex? I'm losing track. Is it the 25th of March?
Wednesday, 25th of March, 2020.
Okay, 2020, clearer vision, Cern, tunnels.
Yeah.
It started in 1952. Over to you.
Yes, I will not talk so much about the technicalities. There's a lot of information and there's a lot of videos also on YouTube. People are very concerned what is Cern really doing. And there is a statue in front of in Cern. And it's a statue of Shiva, the destroyer.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit...
Another destroyer? Yes,
destroyer, Shiva. And the logo is 666, if you look at it really, so it's hidden 666. And Cern, people have commented that it sounds like Cernunnos, the god of the underworld, maybe. And also that the people who work there at Cern has immunity, special status. It's, I believe, not one state that it is the responsible. They have immunity. And it's like a little bit like these institutions or special countries or towns like the City of London, Vatican, Washington DC, Cern, and the Bank of International Settlements for International Settlements.
That's in Switzerland, isn't it?
It's in Basel, and in French it's called Baal.
Oh,
Baal.
No, I never thought about that.
Again, Satan. So, and I am focusing more on what the Illuminati are telling us, and that this is actually Cern is a very powerful weapon of mass destruction. It's worse than many nuclear bombs, and it's especially this Cern Hoover Dam attack that they are planning. They call it Cern Hoover Dam attack. But there are different names of this attack, and I will read what they are saying, the Illuminati themselves. It's from the killer channels of the Illuminati from first half of 2014, this information. And just before I read it, I say again that Dr. Catherine Horton worked there with no controversial things as a physician. And we have no contact with her since 3 months. So if anybody know anything about Catherine, how she's doing, if she's doing well. She lives in Switzerland, but she is German citizen and her family, I believe, in Germany. She lived also she studied in Oxford. So, and she has the site, her homepage is Stop 007. You know whom they Secret Services. So, so I hope that Catherine, that somebody has some information about her. So I would be very happy to get any information. But what the Illuminati themselves have written in the YouTube information from like killers from 2014, it is Swiss Cern is making a bomb with conserved energy. This bomb will be dropped into Hoover Dam waters in the United States. These dam's waters will be at that time filled with electricity before the bomb will touch the surface. This electromagnetic reaction will open a portal which leads to a different dimension. You should know that different dimension is not a different universe, but a different place in this universe, connected with portal, which is in fact a shortcut to this place. And they are talking about Saturn, planet Saturn. And they also explain why they want to do this. As far as I'm concerned, they had the technology, the possibility to do this in the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. So, and they have tried to do this attack. This attack is, you can find it in the Bible in Revelation 9. And it's described as the bottomless pit, because what they are saying, the Illuminati, that when they open the portal and the connection somehow to Saturn, it's very difficult to like comprehend. But what would happen, that the Hoover Dam would burst, it would be destroyed, and that somehow locusts and different creatures would come out, Nephilim and different creatures that would attack us, but not the Illuminati, as I understand it. And they would come in billions, so that the pit, as they say, would seems to be bottomless, because it would be so many creatures against us. I don't know, really. They have shown so much about the preparation in different songs, these satanic songs like Eurovision Song Contest, Super Bowl music, this halftime, different commercials, like subliminal messages, so much that I believe there must be something in it, something true. And here is that I just show you that I really have taken a copy. It's like killers.
Top secret, and then what does it say after the top secret? It says this bomb. This electromagnetic reaction will open a portal, which is leads to a different dimension. You should know that different dimensions. It's not doesn't mean to say it's a different universe. But so it goes on. Basically, it's about the dimensions. A shortcut. What's this about, a shortcut?
a shortcut, like if you take a shortcut.
Yes, yes, no. What was it? What is it? Oh, the Cern is a shortcut to.
No, that somehow that the physics that we have learned in school,
Yes.
the usual physics,
Yeah.
is not what they are going to use, like how the world really is working. There is some other type of physics, so that shortcut to planet Saturn, I cannot really imagine how they will do it, but I know that there were physicists that were talking about wormholes and these types of physical possibilities, and so they have shown so much the Illuminati in different videos, films, these music videos, as I'm saying. So it's so much, so often, so that I believe that it's something that it is somehow possible, even if I have difficulties to comprehend it. And also, why have they immunity? I have also seen a video with one of the chiefs, like in the chief's position, or the leading figures of Cern. Her name is Gianotti. You hear the name Giants, Gianotti. And she did a Masonic sign. She was in a red colored
What, like
blouse.
this?
Like this.
Okay, so that way.
No, it's like
those two fingers together. I can't even do it.
Ring finger and middle fingers together.
Yeah.
And these two like horns, like two M sign.
Oh, okay.
They very often use that they speak about something and you see that they are doing M sign. So it's their secret language. So what was so secret was that she was in red like top,
yeah.
which is the color of sacrifice,
yeah.
satanic sacrifice, and she was doing in the end of lecture M sign, secret M sign to the other. So like Freemasonic Illuminati sign. So she is.
So people, when you watch people speaking, so I'm just speaking to the people at home now. It's important that you watch the symbology of what people are doing when they're speaking on the platform. I noticed that Boris Johnson was doing this. He was doing this hand up.
No, I cannot see it.
No, it's like a Heil Hitler symbol. I don't know if that was accident or not.
Oh, what I have seen on, I believe it was on 19th of April 2016, when they have raised and have a ceremony of the Arch of Palmyra on Trafalgar Square, and he had a short speech and did a V sign.
The V sign. Well, they will think that is to do with Winston Churchill. But of course, Winston Churchill was a problem as well.
Yes, victory, but it's 22nd letter of the alphabet, and which is 22 means Lucifer. Victory for
gosh, so that isn't a victory sign at all then.
Yeah, and when we are talking about it, there's a very short video which is like 3 minutes that you could watch with good text. The name is Apollyon Rising.
Apollyon Rising.
And you maybe know the Apollyon from the Bible. In Greek, his name is Apollyon. In Hebrew is Abaddon, and he is the angel of the bottomless pit. It's this Cern Hoover Dam attack. It's what. And Apollyon, and the name of the video is Apollyon Rising. It's about the Palmyra Arch, which is very satanic, and it was raised in Trafalgar Square in London and in Times Square in New York. And this arch, in front of it, they have sacrificed small children and have done disgusting, obscene things before the Satanists. And so it's about this arch, and that the occult people believe that this Apollyon or Nimrod, or how you call him, there are several names for him, that he will return, or somehow a person who is linked to Nimrod will appear. And so it's very well described there, and it's like, do we really need art from Palmyra, this like satanic, in Times Square? The person was probably from United States, but it was in Trafalgar Square also. And you should know that 19th of April is a very special day for the Satanists, because it's start of 13 days of sacrifices. They are killing people, burning to death, and so it's like a holiday for them, or as very special date, 19th of April. And I believe it was 19th of April that Boris Johnson was there and uncovered the Arch of Palmyra, which was completed, like was up. So, but watch the video so you can have more.
So 19th of April, which year did he unveil?
I believe it was that it was 2016, and in this video they are talking about the Revelation 9, about this Abaddon, who has the key to the bottomless pit, which is Cern attack. So that what is in the Bible written is happening now, and we would need the key so that they wouldn't be able to do this. So, like legally, we should be able to prevent this attack, because if it happened, it would be very difficult for us to prevent the disaster what would happen against us. So, and
so the disaster hasn't happened yet.
No. Today I was blocking it. It's why I am so tired, because I went up like at 2 a.m., 2 a.m. and analyzed this, and I knew that they wanted to do it today again. It's not first time. It's not for the first time. For example, if you would see, if you would watch a video, Bad Blood, by Taylor Swift, it's actually about Cern, that I was blocking the opening of Cern in the beginning of 2015 and wrote something that your secret services was concerned, and went probably with the email to, or with the letter to David Cameron by the time, because I have written something also concerning William Windsor, and so they have not opened the Cern Hoover Dam. They couldn't do the Cern Hoover Dam attack, and a couple of months, 3 months later, the Illuminati, the head of Illuminati, left a message to Evelyn Rothschild via Taylor Swift in the song Bad Blood. It's about them two, and he's threatening him heavily because they haven't opened the portal. And there is, if you see the destruction of City of London in the video, and you see some kind of weapon there, it's written X on it. X means Antichrist. Evelyn Rothschild knows directly who is X. the head of the
Right,
Illuminati.
okay, so basically we've got a situation where the Taylor Swift video was produced before Cern was opened.
It wasn't opened, and I was blocking it all the time. It's hard work what I'm doing. What I haven't prevented the spreading of COVID-19 also, but I have at least prevented such huge, quick attacks that would come like lightning from the clear sky. Nobody would expect anything like that. And it's really hard work. I spend many hours every day with analyzing what I can prevent. I try to prevent what I can. I try to save as many lives as possible, and then hopefully, I hope really this year that we could turn this around, that it will be so many people that see it, and maybe also that we could talk more about and give advice, maybe not to take the vaccines that they are obviously after.
Yeah.
It would be something very bad in it, and these RFID chips and these white tattoo beast or mark, that beast, mark of the beast, that maybe we can do some help.
Well, maybe we can give some help, because there is no way that it would be right for people to take the RFID chip, to accept it, or to accept these vaccinations, because we do not know what's in them, and we hear so many stories about people being vaccinated and they get very, very ill.
But in particular, this virus, it's also somehow the name is Crown Corona. It's so linked to the one world leader, and so one should be very cautious. And also the RFID chip, if you have it, you can then be used as an assassin or do something against your own will. You will be like a puppet that somebody else lead. So it's not good even for the people around you, because you can be used against your will, totally overtaken. So, and now with this hype, so much fear of the corona, one has a feeling that as they have killed bankers several years ago when they wanted to fake or
suicide.
They wanted to provoke a global collapse of economy already several years ago, and they have themselves admitted that they have killed bankers, so it would look like suicide, because they wanted to orchestrate the drama that they are taking their own life because they know that the economy is going down. And I was thinking now, when some nurses have been taken their lives, I don't know if they really have taken their lives in Italy, I believe it is, because they said that they have a coronavirus or COVID-19, and because of that they have taken their own life. It's very possible that they have been suicided also, as they have done with these bankers. So, and I know Fritz Springmeier told me that he communicated with emails with the head of Illuminati, sometimes 2013, and that he wrote to him, brag that he has assassins and that bankers will be killed and that they will die somehow and so. And then they have suddenly, they have died in strange suicides, in many, 70, many of them. And obviously such suicide you cannot do, shoot yourself 8 times or, ridiculous. So Have I shown you Shiva here?
No, Shiva, as in like Shiva.
Yeah, Shiva statue
Right,
in
that's
Cern.
right. Okay. No, you haven't shown me that picture
Yeah,
before.
okay, I will show it again.
Okay.
Maybe you can see it's a video that from 17 stormy 17, but unfortunately it's one of the many YouTube channels.
They've taken
Uh,
down.
they were very good information, very deep information, so that we could understand
What's
the
going
deep.
on?
And they have taken it away, taken it down. Then there is another video, the Hoover Dam, should we be concerned? It's written here that the magnets used in the portal experiments are called Satan, Solar Axion Telescope Antenna. Satan.
Oh.
So they are telling us. And you know that they have a telescope or with name Lucifer, the Vatican. You know, they use these.
So the Vatican calls their big telescope Lucifer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite obvious. Everything's in plain sight then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. And they show often in Super Bowl or Eurovision song contest songs their agenda. So, for example, in 2012, I believe it was Madonna Super Bowl exposed, and the Illuminati themselves says that it was about Cern and about World War III. So this is again from Lie Killer's YouTube channel. Those flames represent the Holy Roman Empire army will come during World War III, and Madonna performed at the opening the Cern Hoover Dam.
Did she?
Yes. They are saying it themselves. Then there's a video, Cern to attend Big Ben in March, top scientists issue warnings, and we are warned by Stephen Quayle. They will find interdimensional beings who have a taste for human flesh and humanity's destruction. Human flesh. Well, it was what I was talking about once, and the song of Evanescence, the pop group Evanescence.
Oh, the Eurovision.
The video Chain. That she has. It was published 11 days before they tried to open the Cern Hoover Dam portal in January. So 11 days before that, they published a video. There you see, like, she has feathers of the fallen angels, Illuminati pyramid, blood red mouse. Like it's red dust everywhere, and people like surprised and in shock. Small. I believe definitely that it was a representation of the opening of the Cern Hoover Dam portal that I was blocking by that time, so I can see what like people are doing all over the world, the Illuminati, when they are planning something. So you can see it in songs, you can see it in newspapers, their newspapers, that they are like it's our huge ritual is coming. Now we will be happy that we will attack humanity. It's so sadistic that it's you have to put if you are in my position or you have to put on you like armor in the morning.
That's like Romans, isn't it? You put on your breastplate, you put on your belt, and your helmet, and yeah, that's in Romans in the Bible. You do have to do that, and we pray. All of us here, we should pray for you, Alex, for the good work that you're doing. I know I once went to an alternative conference, and I saw video footage of them opening the celebration of Cern, and they had lots of dancers wearing costumes which were satanic
Yes.
dancing, and as you say, I'd forgotten, but Madonna was singing at that event. So that date again, can you just remind me of the date they opened, they did this celebration, please?
Yeah, they have also in Cern, or they had a like dance, very occult,
That's
that
right.
people have talked about. I believe it was from Belgium, some of the dancers in Cern, which was very occult. The name was Symmetry, and people mention it a lot. There was
Symmetry.
also enough.
What was the date, though, that they did all this again? Can you just
I,
remind
I
me?
don't remember, but it's
Right.
several years ago.
Yeah.
It was like the dance of Shiva, or the Destroyer. It's
Okay. So now
Apollyon.
this is set everything in place now for what is to come. And does this involve the Nephilim?
Well, they would come also Nephilim here, as they say, via this portal, that these Nephilims or other creatures are waiting in on Saturn, they say, and they are worshipping a black cube there.
A
They
black
say,
cube.
black
Okay.
cube, that they want us to worship as something like very, very special. And we were talking that later, that we will talk about the first two commandments. The second one is the idol worship that you shouldn't do, and black cube, it's would be an idol. So it would be like good to talk about it later also.
Okay, so
And
we said we were going to just do a half an hour this afternoon. I think we've done a bit longer than that. So is there anything
oh,
else that you would like to say about CERN that people might like to go and research about?
okay. I will just show that one commercial, Cartier commercial in 2014 was absolutely about the San Hoover Dam attack. That, for example, a song in 2015 that won in Eurovision, the man is Swedish, Heroes, is about opening of the Cern portal, and many other Eurovision songs mention the opening of the portal. And
Why is it that certain countries, are these people actually, are you going to sort of lift the lid now on the Eurovision Song Contest? Are we saying that the people who get through in certain countries perhaps have a clear message for Satanists then? That doesn't apply to every song, surely.
well, close to every song, and the Illuminati says themselves. Of course, the real truth is that it's about one winner. Of course, the real truth is that he was predestined to win with win with this a long time ahead, because he delivered one of the most important hidden messages ever. So people were fooled that it's some competition, but in fact he was meant to win by the Illuminati a long time ahead. And it was this song, Rise Like a Phoenix, this Jesus-like figure from Austria with a man in female, like a drag queen.
Oh,
You
him!
remember? I believe it was 2014.
So
And
basically, what you're saying is that the Eurovision Song Contest is just like politics. It's got, they know who the winner's going to be.
yes, and propaganda. And here's also Europe has no Super Bowl. Europe has Eurovision Song Contest. So if there is something needed to hide in a plain sight for Europeans, then this Eurovision, then at this Eurovision contest. So it's a propaganda. And then I have other videos with Das Cern headquarters symbol of Shiva dancing the cosmic dance of death and destruction signal the true purpose of Cern's existence, the destruction and death. You know, and that in reverse, so CERN Large Hadron Collider, which was designed to be a reptilian stargate. I have many others also that they are showing in films and different songs, as I said. And here you have him from this Jesus-like figure, rise like a phoenix. Electromagnetic reaction, something like an electromagnetic nuclear explosion. It's what they say about
Electromagnetic reaction, something like an electro explosion, nuclear explosion. I read somewhere that, or were we talking about it yesterday, that there are no nuclear weapons in the world. Are there any nuclear weapons in the world? Do we know?
There are a lot of nuclear weapons in the world, and the Illuminati will not ask anyone to use them. They just would use them. It's just that they are telling some time ahead that they want to use them, and it's how it's possible to prevent it. But it's not so that...
Right, well, okay then, because basically there was a post put up yesterday or the day before, and I'm sure some of the people who are watching probably have seen the post, and it was allegedly from some Chinese guy, and he was talking about coronavirus, and he said, I think part of the post, and it was very, 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 very long, and he said that there are no nuclear weapons in the world, but there are.
Absolutely, because they are threatening all the time, and it's specific places that they are planning to do it. And if you see, for example, they decide 1st of October or 2013 we will do nuclear attack on like Long Beach military base in the United States, and they starting to like every day from they launched a capsule on it was on 6th of September 2013 with this nuclear hydrogen bomb. Every day they are like pleasuring, it's like pleasure for them for preparing that it will hit. You know, so it's so much information about it from the Illuminati that they are preparing something. If you understand it, it's the key to understand the coded language, and it's the key to know that they have to tell you before. So if you know these two things, you can prevent things. It's no problem. And here's the last picture. It's a pop singer.
Cyrus, Miley Cyrus.
No, it's I've forgotten her name. She was, I believe, in White House or somewhere like United Nations.
Does that not say Cyrus there, though?
And she says, Cyrus, let me in. Like, and she has on her clothing like a symbol of CERN.
Oh, right, yeah. Right, okay. So people need to be looking out for symbology all the time. I think it's quite interesting.
It's the same pop singer that has a pop song umbrella, and it was also very symbolic because the company, the evil company, one word, corporation, the name will be Umbrella, like Umbrella in Resident Evil. If somebody has seen the film or series, sorry, Resident Evil, so she has done a song Umbrella full of symbolism.
Okay, Alex, well, thank you for showing that last picture. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Because we're going to go live again tomorrow at 10:30 or thereabouts.
Yeah. Thank you. No, it's sorry.
I find Cern actually really interesting. This I find hugely interesting because it's something that I really haven't researched. So I would urge people to go and have a look whilst we can use the internet, because there's no point in saying, oh, she's making it up. The internet will always be there. If it goes, I don't want it to go, but if it goes, there's no point in turning around and saying, I was right. That's not the aim of this. This is to prepare you for what could and is likely to happen. If it doesn't happen, well, so well be and good. But the writing is on the wall as far as I'm concerned. We have reached a tipping point in awareness. They didn't want more than, somebody once quoted, 15% of people to have a certain level of understanding. And, you know, somebody else says, well, that 15% has been reached. I'm not so sure that that figure is accurate, but anyway, who knows? But they can tell from all the data. They've collected an awful lot of data whilst people have been on social media, believe me. And that's the reason why when you go on Facebook, sometimes there are games that you can play and the games will tell you, the computer will tell you exactly what you're like. That is no coincidence. They have analysed every single picture you've ever put on Facebook and so on and so forth. Is that right, Alex? They've analysed us.
Yes. And what I would like to say only about Cern, that if we know that this is true, then we have the legal right to prevent it and shut down the weapon of mass destruction, so that it should be for us something very positive to do, to start with.
Absolutely. Education, education, education. This wasn't the education that Tony Blair was talking about. He's a much reviled person in our country. Alex, I'm sure you've heard of Tony Blair. He's a big Illuminati figure, and he is, I guess, he's on lots of these committees, these famous committees. I think he might be on Privy Council, but don't quote me on that. Please do your research. So, education, forewarned is always forearmed. Always know who the enemy is, because otherwise you're just shooting all over the place. Be focused. I was just talking to somebody today. They were talking about the grooming gang report that has been suppressed. Well, considering all the things that are going on at the moment, that is not a real major point. And the major point anyway is the fact that this also highlights the fact that it's our government that invited all these people here. Our government, which is led by the Illuminati, that invited all these people here to cause the chaos. So let's look and point the finger at where we should point it, not the people concerned. They are pawns in a chess game, like we all are. Alex, thank you. Have a good day. I just saw the weather forecast and it says it could get up to 16 degrees here today, which is like, oh my gosh. So I better go out in the sunshine and get a bit of fresh air since there's no chemtrails. Yes. I'll see you tomorrow at before 10 o'clock. Well, about 10 o'clock, Alex. And for everybody else, I'll see you about 10:30. We just like to have a chat before we go on air, that's all. Have a good day. Get out in the sunshine. And I will be on somebody's guest tonight. John Lawrence on Wake Up UK. The Wake Up Show, I believe, is now free for everybody during this, this crisis, if you like. So please do go and see me on John Lawrence's show tonight. I have never done John Lawrence's show, so that'll be interesting. So if you're watching, I'll see you at 7:30 tonight on Wake Up UK. Goodbye for now. Goodbye, Alex. Have a good day.
Goodbye. Bye bye.